Hi there, Bruce again from Whitelands. This is going to be a guide on the agency feature, which you can enable on our platform. So if you go to your admin dashboard to settings, you can search for this feature, enable agencies. Together with this feature is also the option to display the agency address on the agency freelancers invoice. And I'll come to some of the other ones in a moment. So when you have these features enabled, if you go to your marketplace app to the registration page, where here your users would register as freelancers, they now have the option to choose what freelancer type they are. And there's three types of freelancer that can onboard onto your system. The first is a contractor or the independent freelancer. And if they register by selecting this option, then they would go through the default user flow as if this feature were not enabled. Now, there's two more options, which are to register as either an employer or an employee. And this terminology can be changed in your content file in your admin dashboard. So if you wanted, you could call it agency and agency employee, or anything else that you wanted. The reason that this is useful for you as a marketplace is that the way in which you would seed your marketplace typically is you would approach contacts you already have and invite them to create an account, or you would go through a marketing campaign in order to invite new users to register on your marketplace. However, depending on your vertical, you may instead choose to approach an agency which already employs a large number of contractors within your vertical, and you could tell them that they could find new work opportunities via your marketplace. And so then the agency can come and register as an employer. And what that will do is that then all of their subcontractors, all of the employees of that agency, can, when they register, will be able to select the agency that they work for. So if, for example, that employer had registered with the first name, last name, marketplace agency, then the employees would be able to select that option there. And it's very possible that you would have several agencies register, in which case you would have multiple options from this drop-down list. What this does is it changes the flow of funds. So even though the employees, the agency freelancers, are the ones who are sending in proposals and completing the work, the employer, the agency themselves, are the ones who are receiving the funds. And so then it's assumed that they would transfer the funds to their employees off platform because they would be salaried or they would have some form of payment arrangement already. The second feature which I enabled was for the invoice address. And so here you can see that once I've selected the option to be an agency employee and I've selected the agency which I work for, I now have the choice to choose whether the address which is displayed on an invoice is my own address or that of the agency. And considering that the agency is the one being paid, it's very likely that the freelancer would choose to use the agency address instead of their own. Once they've gone through the rest of that process, they can register the way they normally would. And an extra feature which you can enable which builds on top of this agency feature is the ability to send global payments. So there's this, it's labeled automatically register freelancers outside the Stripe zone under your default agency. So first, you as a marketplace, you would need to register as an agency. Currently, I only have one agency registered, and so you'd be able to select from that list as to which the default marketplace agency is. And what that means is that when your users choose a country which is outside of the Stripe zone, then be they will automatically be prompted to enter their PayPal email, and they will automatically be selected in order to register underneath your agency. And the reason for this is because Stripe can receive payments from every country in the world, but they can only send payments to around 40 or 50 countries. So these freelancers, because they're outside of the Stripe zone, would not be able to receive the funds for the work that they complete on your platform. And so by using the global payments feature, you as a marketplace would receive payment for the work that this freelancer does, and you receive an automated email that says so and so completed work valued at this amount, and you should send it to them via PayPal, which will then also show in the email the address that you need to send those funds to. Of course, you can check what type of freelancer all of your users have registered as within the user menu tab of your admin dashboard. So here you can see registered as customers or freelancers, and then the freelancer type is independent freelancer, agency company, etc. Any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks.